Hi everybody, my name is Miranda Dressler and I'm an attorney with the law offices of Bridget Mackay in Petaluma, California. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a question I sometimes get from clients, which is, when does a trust end? You know, how does a trust end? When does it terminate? And usually trusts are, the answer is it depends. It depends on what the trust says. Although usually a trust will terminate because a specified event occurs. That's typically going to be the death of the person who created the trust. But depending on the trust, it might be something else, like when a beneficiary of the trust attains a certain age. The trust might then terminate as well. So in both of these examples, when a terminating event occurs, there will be a little period of time that the trust will need to be administered, and the assets that are in the trust will need to be distributed to those beneficiaries that are in the trust. So practically, the trust will actually end once that event has happened, but then all of the assets are distributed out of the trust and the trust no longer contains any assets. There are a couple other reasons why a trust might be terminated. Sometimes a trust is terminated by court order. If the reason why the trust was created is no longer a valid reason, or the trust is no longer needed for whatever reason, the court may make an order terminating that trust and ordering the trustee to distribute the assets. Trusts can also be sometimes terminated if they're revoked. So one of the most common types of trusts, which is just a revocable living trust that people create during their life as their estate planning document, may be terminated because it's revoked by the person who created it. Revocation of a trust isn't as common. Usually when people create a trust, they don't want to revoke it, but it does sometimes happen. And the most common thing that I see is a trust being revoked because a married couple created a trust together and then they get divorced. So then in the process of the divorce, the trust would be revoked, and then the assets distributed, and each spouse would, might then go on to create their own separate trust for whatever assets they end up with. So if you have any questions about this topic or any other estate planning topic, you should contact an experienced estate planning attorney in your area. Thank you.